Okay, so welcome to the world's first ever Mike and Bobby Textcast, which it was meant to be an audio file, and then we realized we can't send the audio file, so we're going to send a video.
Yeah.
So now it's a video cast, which at the end of the day...
And we said we're going to do 5 minutes and keep it real short.
Yeah.
And we took questions from people.
We have many
Mike and Bobby.
questions coming in.
So for my followers, for my people that I'm texting with,
we share a lot of followers.
You don't know this.
I share a lot of your
You
followers.
don't know this yet, but this is a new app that I'm using that allows me to interface with you via text. So it helps me organize your texts.
Yes.
So that in case you just thought I was just individually texting each person, I'm not. I can see your things in like a category. So in the category of hashtag Mike and Bobby, for example, Amanda Lee asked, "Have you seen Parasite?"
Okay, that's great. I'm glad you touched on that, Michael, because there are many Parasite-related questions. And
why have we been asking you about Parasite?
Because we're Asian American people, and it's important. And
I told my kids when we watched what's the director's name? I don't remember.
Bong Joon-ho.
So when he came up and he gave his speech, I was like, I told my kids, you guys, I don't think I've ever seen someone. First of all, he beat Martin Scorsese, which is a very big deal.
Right.
Second of all, I don't think I've ever seen anybody come up with a translator.
No, well,
which is such a big deal.
A foreign movie has never won Best Picture.
I didn't know that at the time. In my brain, I was like, I've never seen
that translator is a director as well, and she's actually going to start. She's working on a movie about award season.
Dude, our kids are growing up in a whole new world.
Was the question just, have you seen Parasite? Some of the questions I'm getting are like, how do I feel about Parasite winning? It feels awesome. Again, I do believe whether or not it was because it was a Korean movie, it really was the best movie of the year, and it's rare that the best movie actually wins the best movie. So. I had a question. Do you agree with Virgil when he says streetwear is going to die? We actually just talked about that.
Yeah, it was more about our conversation was more. Well, no, I don't agree.
Right.
It's just like rock. They say rock music is dead. They say rock music is
you have to say
over and over and over. They always say it. Yeah. And we've lived through it dying like 10 times, right? So. Yeah, the streetwear thing, it's like, it's going to die and come back and die and come back. We were actually talking more about it turning from buying new stuff to some version of it being more sustainable. And although I think like it's the idea of just buying secondhand is the first logical step, there's probably something after that are made from floor scraps and unused stuff. So I think I like that.
I've spoke ad nauseum about streetwear dying, so I don't need to speak on it anymore. There are all kinds of questionable people roaming around our vehicle at this time.
There are so many.
Where are we? What is your favorite shoe of all time?
My favorite shoe?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, there's one. So I have the Agassi. What is the orange ones? The
AirTech Challenge.
Tech Challenge 2, right?
Yep.
So that I love those. Those were as a kid. I have like this special connection. It's like me and Mega Man. Like, it's not because it's the best game. It's just because like I loved that as a kid, and I have a special relationship.
There are people screaming at us.
They're howling.
Oh, there goes lights. We're gonna turn those back on.
Did they turn the lights out?
There we go. Okay.
Have you Vinay EGK asks, what is your favorite space game? Have you ever played Mass Effect? I think the bigger question here, I think that's a little specific.
Yeah.
If I can say that. Do you have a favorite video game?
Do I have a personal favorite video game?
Yeah, I was just talking about Mega Man.
No. I am not the most avid gamer. However, I do play games. I don't know.
I've been back at Fortnite.
Fortnite? Sure. Fortnite so I play Fortnite with my kids sometimes. I'm bad at it. He's definitely better.
Would you ever put your gamer tag out there and play with fans?
I would. I would.
I don't think I'm good enough. I think I'm more embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, if we're okay with answering everyone's texts, how do you feel about Yang falling out of the race?
Yang's not out.
Yeah, he was out as of actually this afternoon.
No, really?
Oh. Yeah, he bowed out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bobby. I know you were.
I was.
You were.
A big fan of his, and I hope he ends up somewhere in someone's cabinet at some point. I think he provoked a lot of interesting dialogue and discussion that we had to talk about. He actually touched on two of those things tonight. He said that two things have come out of it. We're going to address what's going to happen with the poor more, which is something that wasn't coming up in the conversation as much, and just AI in general. If he got others candidates to talk about it, which he did, cool. Anyways,
we're at
5 minutes on this video.
That went really fast. And there's so
many
questions.
Where were we eating? We were eating at Sasabune.
Yeah.
It's actually Mike's birthday, so this was part of Mike's birthday. Will there ever be the Hundreds in Linkin Park collaboration? There already was, and there definitely will be again in the future.
Go look it up on your favorite secondhand.
Yeah.